I grew up in North Stratford. I had a pretty normal childhood. I have two brothers. Played football in high school, yep. I was the captain of the football team senior year and two-time all-conference linebacker. Those friends I played in the band with. In '08, I was 23 years old, that's when I got sick. And I started to have like hallucinations. In 2013, I went into the hospital for 2 years in Bridgeport Mental Health. But it was just being captive in a place, it was just like not that good. Well, it was like a blur because every day was the same. And Pathways sprung me loose. I don't know, Millbank, it's right down the street from Greenwich Avenue. I feel free, especially after being in the hospital for 2 years, so it's pretty good. I like it here. All the people there, they just genuinely care about us, and you can tell it's not just like them going through the motions. They actually like want us to feel good and feel like human beings. Working at Stop and Shop, I walk there. I enjoy the company of the people I work with. They're great. I mean, they know about my sickness. I can go get medication when I need to. I'm so happy and free because I never thought I'd have a job again. The job really makes me feel like I contribute. Whenever I have a day off, I go to the fellowship program. Pathways has a lot of things that you can do. They have art with Lewis and writing with Melissa. It's just good to see people and be with other people that have the same kind of things that you have. And it's good to be a friend to a person who wants to be a friend of yours. Life is good here. Yep.
I've been depressed as long as I can remember. I was one of those kids that always wondered why I was born, what my purpose was, and it was even to the point where I would practice being dead, literally lay in my bed and wish for nothingness. I've always struggled with being alive, basically. And as I got older, it became clearer and clearer to me that I wasn't like the other kids. Other people weren't afraid of going to school. Other people weren't afraid of men with glasses. Not everyone thought about killing themselves. Not everyone was so unhappy all of the time.
It seemed like a pretty stable, happy childhood, but I didn't attribute her lack of going to school with a mental problem.
I've been given every diagnosis that you can imagine, except schizophrenia. I've been on medication for, I think, about 16 years before they realized that I was medication resistant. My mom convinced me to go to one last psychiatrist. She's like, if this doesn't work, you could do whatever you want. You could take it into your own hands. So he had the idea of trying ECT, which is shock treatment. I was completely catatonic when they started the shock treatment, that it took 30 treatments over the course of about 6 months for me to be kind of how I am today, more engaged and involved. So I agreed to go to this wedding in New Haven, and my social skills had kind of atrophied. So I was kind of that girl who was like, hi, my name's Melissa. I'm getting shock treatment. I don't have any friends. Will you be my friend? And one person was actually like, yeah, I'll be your friend. And it turns out that that person also works at Pathways. He's like, you're a writer. They always need volunteers. Why don't you volunteer to teach writing there? The reason I picked writing was when I was in my darkest, that was the only way I knew how to communicate with people, was to write. People will write something in writing group that they haven't been able to talk about outside of writing group, that they haven't shared with their doctor. So I volunteered for about a year, at which point they kind of saw that I was really dedicated to this. Flo said, will you do this certification training? And if you do it, we can hire you. And at that point, that was amazing because I didn't see myself as having a future. Like, I was this mental patient. I was not an adult with a job. They had faith in me before I had faith in myself, and that really helped me find the path forward. So on Tuesday nights, we have a confidential support group. I can relate to some of the clients that we have in a different way than maybe their psychiatrist or a social worker does. I've been there. I've gotten shock treatment. I've had the diagnoses. I've had the meds and the side effects. Somebody had the idea, either he or I, that he should come to the family support group so that the parents have a peer.
Family participation is critical. It's hard work, but it's worth it, right? I mean, I had to change. I had to change or she was going to die.
Before I found Pathways, I thought I had failed. I found that there are other ways to make the pain stop, and it's mostly connection, connecting with other people, connecting with Pathways, connecting with the clients. What I want for the clients is for them to find meaning in their lives. This is just the beginning of exploring what we can do to find meaning, but I'm really excited about it. I'm proud of myself. I think other people are proud of me too, and that makes me feel really good. I am the happiest I've ever been.